Welcome back! Back once again to 2019. I forgot what year it is. It's been a long day already. But that is only because there has been such excitement and enthusiasm by both of these teams. Yax, I thought they had it. I thought they'd broken free.
They had some promising situations and some opportunities they could have taken, but just it's strong opinions. They're just so strong. You pick a map that is very technical against a technical team, and your team consists of 6 individual players. You should have picked a COF map where you can actually shine, but they just picked a technical map, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, it's weird because there's enough maps in the map pool to actually get a 5 CP or a King of Tail map in, which is more familiar. Maybe they have a better chance here in the upward, which is more frequently played in pubs, so you know, some experience on it at least.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some players in there that have Highlander experience, so maybe transitioning some of that over, letting them lead for a chance, maybe having falling back on the skill base that is Vclox. That would have been enough. That would have changed everything. Maybe. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and say, "Wow, they had so much opportunity and they didn't capitalize on it." But the reality is always different when you're playing the game.
I mean, a pyro is kind of hard to carry as a pyro, and if the opponents know that you have a carrying pyro, you might, you know, put extra pressure on him.
Absolutely. Right. I think it's time we put that map to one side and think about what it is that we need to focus on, what the teams are focusing on right now. What's coming up?
Well, Upward is coming up, literally.
I didn't feed you that pun deliberately.
You did feed me the pun. I had to. I
mean,
but we're getting ready for the game. It's Upward map, and it's a payload map. Yet another map that, you know, 6 players just don't play. You know, if you pick a 5 CP, if you pick a COF map, you're familiar with it. You can still kind of do things your way, even playing Highlander, and you can still deal with things. You know, Credo is amazing on his own. Proki is just sniping everybody. You have so many snipers, 6 snipers on that team. You can definitely do a lot, but then you play on maps that are just not in your favor. And strong opinions are just have that edge over Yax Make-A-Wish, even though on paper they look amazing. I mean, like you said, Vclox. Vclox is, in my opinion, one of the best pyros we've seen ever since Steve. Honestly, he is absolutely fantastic. He's doing an amazing job. That jetpack unlock in his hands is just a shining beacon of all pyros around. But then Yahoo is just trying to, you know, keep up with him. I think Yahoo is just slightly lower, and that's why we see Vclox just, you know, just walk in and get like 3K with the burns just around, because he doesn't care. Just jump in, kill 3 people, I die, it's fine.
I mean, strong opinions. What they do is that they lower, like they raise the lowest point. Like, you know, they try to make, you know, every part as good as possible. So if someone is not as good and not carrying, they're getting support. So if their pyro is losing the pyro with pyro, I mean, that's not a thing, but you know, if your pyro is not as good as opponent pyro, then your pyro will play maybe more passive and support your players that are actually making a difference.
Okay, let's stop talking about pyros for a moment. I'm burning up in this heat as it is anyway. Medics. Let's go for medics for a moment. What's CJ got that makes him slightly better in Highlander perspective?
In Highlander perspective, he has 2 things. So he has mainly spy awareness and sniper sightlines, and also, you know, bombing sightlines. Like he's not getting caught off guard in weird spots or, you know, walking into sightlines.
Okay, I think it's time to see for ourselves how wonderful the game can really be when played to its highest level. Guys, over to you once again.
Thanks for having me, Aggro. And we're shortly getting live. Actually, the game is live now. We're going to shortly see it with our own eyes and lives. And here we go. Sec setting up his, sentry gun in the usual spot. I mean, you're the engineer main. You've played a long time for strong opinions.
That looks like the standard spot. He's gonna put it a little slight. I usually like to put it even further forward, always on the point, just to deny the first wave jumpers and then pull it back more passively, because your sentry don't need to deny sightline or ground, but it needs to deny kind of when the opponents push in and exchange Ubers, and after Ubers, your sentry need to back your team up, so your team can, you know, come back to your sentry, let the sentry take the damage, and you can buff up and then re-push.
And now, 3 seconds left on the clock right now. as Strong Opinions are going to be defending first. Jax Make-A-Wish going to make the first attack. Gates are down. Eames just putting some nice damage out, just splash damage. They're getting ready to jump in. Joseph's putting one stick, goes up. Vklux as well. Vklux is part of this. He wants to be a part of this, but he gets destroyed by Eames, and Yahoo picks up Warp and Credu going down as well. That's 3 players down. Joseph was alive for a second, but then he just presses the suicide bind as there was no more time. Toes just picks up a kill as well, so that entire offense coming out of Jax Make-A-Wish has been stopped by Strong Opinions, but the card is actually quite far forward now. Now they'll be getting ready to push it for reals this time.
Let's see if they can get an actual advantage. I mean, you saw there, Sex passive sentry did it work with the suicides anyway. Because they all landed in front of it and the sentry just mowed it down.
There's a lone health, but he's getting healed by his own medic here. He's actually going in. Kunu gets picked up by a headshot from Cloudy. Broky tries to counter-snipe him, but he can't find the shot there. The Disky flies up, goes up in the air just to fly to safety. He tried to do some damage, but that's what the Disky does. I mean, he's a smart soldier player. He doesn't go just to get himself killed. If he can't find anything, he just goes back. He just decloaks. He'll be waiting for his team to push in. They're getting ready. Seeds is far up and ready to go with the Uber charge. Some bullets being thrown into the sniper to kind of stop him from sniping his own medic. Uber comes out on Joseph. Joseph putting so much damage. He may be able to get to pop out of the siege, and now they have to get it run away as the Uber has been popped. Their Uber was popped much earlier. Trying to take down Emilio, they do, and Eames going down as well. That's 2 good pickups. And they'll be trying. Oh, no, actually, Emilio survives. He eats a sandwich. Just like, I mean, why give a man that has 300 HP a way to heal himself? I don't know, but he just eats a sandwich. He's alive, but Cloudy went down instead there. It looks like Strong Opinions are just kind of putting a light hold on A already, moving all the way to B.
I mean, that was really weird. They were leaving, and I felt like that was a good, strat, because they were leaving with 6 people up. They were leaving with their engineer. But then they decided to go in again, and Adiski and Emilio died, and Sek as well, so they are on a very long spawn. I mean, Sek spawns in 12 seconds. They're not gonna get the classic Strong Opinions hold above the tunnel with the sentry covering the cart, because Jax Make-A-Wish are already in.
Ooh, a little bit of turnaround there. Joseph going in by getting sniped there by Cloudy. Easy peasy. Emilio going down again, but CJ pops his Uber charge in response to Blue one. Vklux trying to lock them down. He'll be able to do that. He's the fire. No, he gets clean, but CJ, not before CJ goes down to Warp. Warp goes down to he kills CJ, and that opens up the B point just very easy. Eames is still kind of throwing some sticks on it, tries to stop it from getting capped. What a pipe there on Kunu. Kunu goes down as well. He's still alive. He's still not being cleaned up. Yahoo's the one who takes a sticky from Joseph. But finally, the second point will be capped by Jax Make-A-Wish in a pretty good time so far.
Absolutely, and you can see here, I mean, Jack's team, very emotional game. I'm not gonna say emotional, but when Jax, sends blood, they just go for it. Nothing's gonna stop them. And if you don't stop them now, they're just gonna gain more momentum, and it's gonna snowball this all the way.
And they're putting so many people on the card already. Toast is gonna decloak, loot for the medic pick. They probably sense there's a spy in the area. The spidey senses are going off. Seeds has slide Uber advantage over CJ, but they don't want to pop it just yet. They're actually holding in the open, which is unusual for a team. Now they're moving up with Joseph. Joseph's gonna get cleaned out there by Emilio Estevez. And there is Credu just pushing the car almost by himself. He has to watch out for the spy who's behind him. Stos is still cloaked up. Oh, so much damage going on the point. A lot of people down, and Seeds also going down in that exchange, which means CJ has full Uber advantage and the control of the cart in a pretty bad spot for the blue team. Now let's see what Jax Make-A-Wish actually decides to do with this one, because that's a lot of dead time.
The only, good thing there was they got the cart up the first slope, so it doesn't roll back immediately. But I think Jack was trying to push the slope alone, while his heavy and medic and pyro was on the payload, which is very strange. I mean, there might have been some miscommunication there.
Well, was just battling the engineer behind. He did get Cali with Cloudy. No more engineer for the blue team here. Warp getting ready to push in, but he gets just completely destroyed from health. 50 HP on him. He gets Feather Sandwich, back to health he is. He'll be looking for just jump onto the enemies. But there's a Disky putting some more damage on the DME combo, slowly ramping up that aggression coming out of the blue team. They have the Uber Charge ready. CJ pops his Uber Charge, chasing with Eames, trying to get the blue medic to push, but Eames goes down off the cliff, just blown to bits there. Good Uber Charge for Yax Meka, which they'll be able to push this one. They don't have the Uber Charge to use it on the sentry gun, but they have the kills here. Deox Credo actually going down here, but that's only 2 players for the price of 3, and no more Eames on the field means you can just cap this point, no problem. Sentry up and moved back by the red NG, and it seems that Sek will be able to set up on last point. And CJ also has the control of top, but he doesn't have the players with him yet.
I mean, shout out to Kuna there for just pushing the cart through the entire of that push. Like, he didn't leave that cart once. I mean, that's what you gotta do. You need to put pressure on several fronts. You need to put pressure on the objective and the opponent team and force them to choose one of them, and then kind of go for the other.
Eames putting some sticky traps. They have control of the top room, which is very important if you're going to hold this point. Ooh, Credo gets almost killed. There was a lot of sticks in his face, but he survived that one with 50. And now just waiting for Joseph to reunite with them. Cloudy scoping on the card as the scouter. Kudo just so tricky to hit with that sniper rifle. Actually, Toast picks up Kalidan in the background. And Warp getting destroyed. That's 2 people down for Yax Make-A-Wish. They're still pushing the cart though. They're not stopping at any given time. Uber comes out in the top area. CJ sharing it heavily with his Pyro. Yahoo gonna burn down Joseph. Gonna pick up Proki as well. Seed's also going down to Vilja, who found his way around and actually shot the medic in 2 shots. So that's a good work out of the scout for Strong Opinions, actually keeping their medic ahead in terms of the curve with Medigun.
It was a very early Uber from Seeds. Maybe they popped already down like below the stairs, but they just ran up and they didn't find CJ. Like they popped Uber without seeing the opponent medic, and they lost 4 players before the Uber was over, and afterwards, I mean, it's just a slaughter when you have a Pyro and a Soldiers Ubered in those corridors. There's nothing that's gonna stop them.
Oh, Joseph just battling with Eames right now. Oh, Eames picks up Proki. No more sniper. He comes with the Fist of Steel, and just a headshot destroys him as he de-equips those fists. That's unfortunate timing there for Credu. No more heavy weapons guy for Yax Meka. They're kind of waiting for the Uber to come up. They have that 10% disadvantage, so CJ has that small window to push into them, but that's not what he's going to do because he's a smart player. He's going to sit in the top area, wait for the Blues to push in. They got there. It's a heavy bag. Uber comes out really early to, destroy the sticky trap, but they just single out Uber onto Eames, just making sure that's all full 8 seconds of it. Joseph is now in a good position. He gets destroyed. Actually, they kill each other. Eames kills Joseph. Joseph kills Eames with those 2 5s at the same time. Now CJ's in a lot of trouble. He's on fire and 50 HP. He has to get away from this situation. Warp is looking for a kill, but here comes Yahoo to save the day. And it seems that CJ will be able to survive this encounter. This time around, though, Seeds has popped. He popped early. He has the slight advantage. They may be able to take the hold of the top area.
They did push the cart in the meanwhile as well, so that's at least something. Usually you see people that's not coordinated, they go for these trades and it takes a long time, but they don't push the cart. But you see Kali here has gotten it all the way to the end here. So, one more push. You don't even have to win the push. As long as you keep pressure on the cart, you can win it.
Oh, V-Clog's doing so much damage. He picks up the health back as well. He'll be able to win this time. No, he gets burned down by Yahoo. But that was dangerously close of CJ to actually getting him down. Uber comes out somewhere as Seeds just lost his. CJ has his full Uber charge. Now they pop. That's the good time, prime time to pop. Going the cart is so dangerously close. CJ goes and blocks the cart with his own body. He goes up. He may be able to get stabbed. He does get stabbed. So many people down left and right. 5 people up for the red team. All the respawns are up for blue. Now the rescue respawns are just so long. They can't just stop it. But here comes Toast saving the day. Yes, they yet again. Now he's going to have his sights onto Seeds. Seeds running away. He's putting some arrows on the Toast. He can't hit him. But it seems that Blue Medic will be able to get away. No, the engineer comes. Oh my god, the edgy fight. Here comes Cali to save the day. And thankfully Seeds survives this one. But that was a plight of a medic in a nutshell.
I mean, I was hoping for some old school Toast ambassador plays there, but I mean, he did get out of it, so they're still in control here.
Yeah, the Blue is actually controlling the top right now. It's a very good spot to hold. Oh, Bigla's almost getting destroyed. He's alive and kicking, and Seeds is still alive. Almost supercharged ready. Credo tried to push the car, but Toast is just on cart duty right now, stopping everybody who tries to come anywhere near the point. Kuno also going down, which was the perfect target to push this cart Seeds has an Uber charge. He may be able to use it. CJ actually going down there. They don't have the medic, the red team. They can push this Cali going in, and then Eames just picks him up. They go one by one. They need to destroy the enemy team if they want to push. Joseph getting reflect killed. They lose players. They had everything going. They could have pushed it in now, but Toast is just destroying everybody. There's a sniper here. Cloudy just picks up. They put the Uber charge very early. They can't do that. Seeds is sharing it heavily. Oh, no. And flashes the heavy. No! He surfs back in, but then he gets killed. Just strong opinions. Just look what's happening.
I mean, he flashed the heavy, so he couldn't cap the card. I mean, you should have just let him die if that's the case, because he's not going to do anything with that health anyway. I mean, he's not heavy crouching on the card with the Fist of Steel. He just given up. Like, he's not going to do any more damage. He's just going to stand on that payload, and he flashed the Uber in the last second, so he can't capture it. And that slope, he's just going to, roll back again.
And again, like, we have a reset of a situation. Finally, strong opinions after killing everybody have taken control of the top point easy. Eames putting some sticky traps in the connector. Adiski popping his conch to give his team additional heals. Charging in the connector there, but here comes... Whoa! V-Clux and destroys him with a reflex kill. Now they're trying to go in. Uber comes out of CJ to save the situation. And they're chasing out players, but Seeds is far away. They're trying to just chase him down. Eames is actually getting very aggressive, but as the Uber fades, he will not take that step. And Seeds going down, actually. Somewhere picks him up.
I mean, Sek got on a 7 kill streak with his engineer there. I think he got even flashed into the Uber and just mowed out Joseph. Well, that's a battle engineer.
Battle engineer. You ever see that happen? But here it comes. I mean, Strong Opinions holding top very convincingly right now. Seeds, 30% overcharge, 50 on to CJ. They lost. Emilius is going with the Carge. That might actually be what saves them. Doing so much damage and getting healed back. Oh, so much damage onto the enemy combo, but gets reflect killed by Yahoo, saving the day. Trying to own the card. Use this. Yes, it tips over. There it goes. Yax makes a wish. Picks up their first point in 11 minutes 32 seconds.
I mean, that's exactly what I said. They didn't need to win a fight, but as long as they kept that payload pushed, they could have, make it.
Yeah.
But also, they got punished with the Conjurer. You saw Warp use it there, pushing in the last. And it's kind of, funny because last night, I think News and Epley was touching on it in the Sixes game, where when you use banners in Sixes, you kind of go in and you play like a soldier, but then you die instantly and you don't use that advantage of the banner. Here, Warp goes in first and dies to a sticky trap when they pop the conch.
Yeah.
You should play way more passive and let everyone else use that health and speed.
Yeah, just stay behind, use the others as a meat shield, and then as it fades, you can, go in with the jump and get some extra health. That would be a smart play, but unfortunately, didn't quite work out. And at the same time, Max Make-A-Wish could have had a much, much better time should they actually kind of, play together. I mean, it's not a bad time. They got all 4 points eventually, but that's a very big, very big stretch of time that Strong Opinions can push this card in, and I don't think Strong Opinions are going to waste any time in that.
Absolutely not. I think they will just put times, 3 on card, get it up the slope, get 1 suicide round, and then they will, get Toast into position, and go for a, combo play.
Here Eames actually getting ready to jump in. Emilio is getting quite aggressive as well. He's not pushing the cart. Oh, here comes Eames. Oh, 2 stickies, but he gets shot there by Credu. Just like that, deleted from the battlefield. Emilio going quite aggressive. He's putting so much damage. Finally get found out there in the corner. Seeds is still holding on his Uber charge.
That's a Huntsman.
Yeah.
Cloudy got Porky with a Huntsman.
I mean, it's worse. You can just kind of love the arrow, and if you get a headshot, I mean, you didn't even get into the sideline. So Porky goes down for the defensive team. He's going to be back up soon, though, and there's only Viljak down for the blue team. Porky and Dion both down, just respawn for the Reds. Ooh, nice pipe to the face, and there's some more coming from Joseph. Eames goes in, Uber charge goes in as well. Seeds, last second pop, so not to lose too much health. And there's a whole mayhem going on. Sentry Gun goes down thanks to a direct hit, but it's a scrap fight that is still going on. Card is dangerously close. It is time for Yax Make-A-Wish to actually bail out of this situation, but they're still looking for more kills.
Porky got CG there in the end of it, and that might have been the saving grace, so they can actually get out, and get a proper hold on second. What was crucial from Strong Opinions is that they managed to kill V-Clocks before the Uber, so there was no Pyro to deny them and push them back, which meant that Strong Opinions could, bullet themselves in.
Now Viljack is on card duty 24/7 from now on. He needs to push it faster now. They have a lot of time to work with Toast. Now he's kind of getting behind the demo. He stabs Joseph. It's no more demo man on the defensive side. They need to get away from the situation. Viglo is getting overhealed. He needs to protect Seeds from certain death. 90% onto Seeds, only 50% on the blue medics for Strong Opinion side. CJ still needs to build his Uber charge up to kind of counter the red one. He's actually up on top of the cliff here. Nobody's really there to help him or snipe him. Proki is still somewhere far back, not really willing to take the first step. Where are the red team? They wonder, like, where are they? Are they even holding the second point?
I mean, I think Toast there could have killed the medic or the heavy, but it goes for Jack. He goes for Joseph. He goes for the demo man and the leader, the main caller. And maybe they just got, you know, confused. They didn't know if they're gonna win or go out. Maybe some people got caught in where they just fall back, and maybe that was the right call, you know, from Toast, and just go for the main caller to get some, you know, distraction in.
And now they're holding a third point. They gave him the second point away for free. Viljack's just pushing the car by himself. Yet again, card duty. It's kind of boring when you push the car, but you have to have it push as far as you can before actually make any position and any movements. Proki is scoped in, looking at the card. Gets a pot shot onto the heavy, still scoped in. Oh, he's found Cloud with a body shot. He's still looking for more. Now he can just be scoped in. Headshot onto the heavy, still looking for more. Getting spammed a little bit. Oh, he gets a scout. Proki is just popping off right now, still looking for more heads to pop like melons. DJ's there as well. He might need to watch out. He's getting caught off there. Eve's getting picked up. Uber comes out to save the team, but there's nobody to save. There was only a Dinsky getting flashed on the way out, but CJ on 40 HP, he's not going to follow that one through. 100% for Seeds, looking very promising.
They are doing exactly what Jax Make-A-Wish did on their offense. You put everyone on the card and not denying the choke. So it's very strange. I mean, they should have taken card. I mean, you know, pushing choke and then put their flank on the card and, you know, distracted the court duty guy.
Court duty guy. That's a new position for Viljack, basically, as Diox is now slowly pushing in onto the heavies, getting Emilio Estevez, looking for another, but he gets headshot by Cloudy, like that. And then Eames also getting headshot by Proki. Proki's doing so much work for his team right now, saving the grace of Jax Make-A-Wish. Kuno just getting so aggressive up in the grill of the enemy team, and he gets out alive. Now Toast is all the way behind. They'll be looking for some backs to stab. Joseph's so aggressive. What is he doing? What are you doing, man? Gonna get cleaned up like that. Look, Viljack is not known to waste any opportunities. He's looking for another. They need to take this sniper down, but no, he's the one taken down by Kuno. There's a scrap fight going all year round, basically. Warp putting some more splash damage on the car, trying to get stopped from rolling forward. But he is low on health, and well, Seed's still on a 100% Uber charge. They pop right now. Oh, Medic goes up in the air flying, but he has nobody really to push with. CJ is far and safe, which means CJ has full Uber advantage from now on.
Jax going forward is really strange because, you know, firstly they have an Uber ad, they don't have to, you know, make an advantage. And second, their own heavy credit was dead. So they have no backup as well to follow up.
CJ actually been getting burned down by a V-Clock somewhere in the backline. And then Seed's just actually healing up his team. He's still alive. He's low on health. Getting, well, attacked there by Viljack, but saved by Diox at the last possible second, which means now Seeds has almost a full Uber advantage over CJ. Card is nowhere near the C point right now. Warp is low on health, but cleaning up Eames there. And the Disky also down for the count, which means just struggling, Strong Opinion, struggling to keep their players alive. It seems that Jax Make-A-Wish have found themselves that second win in their sails, that second fresh blood, and it seems that they're able to hold this third point. They still have a lot of time to burn through, but if they hold this for this entire time, and it looks very promising, and it is Strong Opinion's pick.
Indeed, and it, you know, maybe Strong Opinions feel, you know, extra comfortable from the first game, but they do get a force here, but CJ needs to get out.
Yeah, they do so much damage right now. They didn't lose a single player in that Uber charge. CJ obviously doesn't have his Uber yet. He's just building, and now he has the advantage, but they've lost a lot of players in an engagement. They'll have to wait for the entire team to spawn up before they push.
No, I mean, that's exactly how you do a suicide wave. You send in everyone. You literally send everyone, so the opponents think you're doing a proper push. So that Seeds gets, you know, baited to use the Uber, even if it doesn't maybe personally get pressured, but he will, you know, use it because he thinks that CG is coming in. And CG is all the way back on second.
Yeah, but he's already on 60%, but Uber comes out of CJ. Now they need to get away from the situation. The sentry is still up. They're missing their demo. Where's Eames? Yahoo is just being blasted away. Warp goes in huge jump there, and Joseph just a full wipe out of this Uber charge, and they didn't even need to use theirs because there was none. What a play by Jax Make-A-Wish.
I mean, again, I think it was the conjure from Warp. They just gave them speed and just swarmed them from, you know, nowhere. Everyone just come in and put so much damage on a payload. And Strong Opinions, after the push, fall back onto the payload, which is the wrong thing to do, because then you're gonna bait the damage onto the guys who's pushing the cart. I mean, they should just go super deep in and die and hope that the guys pushing the cart can actually get the cart pushed to the third point.
And again, Eames and Disky both going down thanks to Warp. No more like splash damage on the battlefield, which means that will be very difficult to push this point. Warp goes up in the air, hits the skybox, trying to clean this cart from Vilkjack, who's just been suiciding over and over, trying to get it over this little slope. Predator's also getting quite aggressive there.
Seeds goes down.
Oh, and Seeds goes down, and Emilio actually picks up the heavy as well. That's a huge, huge opportunity advantage for Strong Opinions. That's what they're looking for. The Sentry has been zapped by the Engineer. They're backing out. They need to back out. They need to save the Sentry Engineer. Kali, what are you doing? Wrong way! And he gets cleaned up by a Disky. What are you doing, man?
Oh man, you hate to see it. He was going for the spawn to put the Sentry on top, but they were maybe having a strat. They had the Sentry on, you know, where the combo is, in the window maybe. But that's just very unfortunate for Kalle.
Emilio walks up into the windows, no red players there. CJ is like, oh, what the hell? There's nobody here. We don't even have the Uber charge yet. And 50% advantage on the side of Strong Opinions. What a headshot onto Proki, opening up so much room for Cloudy. They need to destroy this sniper now if they want to stay alive. Credit just drops down, trying to get some kills, but he gets destroyed instead. Bluejack pushing the car duty 24/7. Like I said, oh, and CJ's a lot of trouble, gets burned up by V-Clux. That Pyro is insane. That Warp is doing all the work, but they're losing players left and right. A lot of players on the card for the blue side. They need to start getting pushed. Oh no, there's Yahoo on the card. Will he be able to get? No, he gets killed there by Kudu. And well, Seeds and Kudu, actually Seeds saves the card with the crossbow. That's the medic for you. That's the Sixes medic for you, just doing the work.
Absolutely, and Credit gets stabbed here. Toast is, he's getting 2 big stabs here. Let's see if they can utilize this.
Oh, he's still alive. He's 10 HP, but he's still kicking. Still be looking for something. Here comes the Reds. Basically, Team Wave trying to kill everybody from around the card. This card is dangerously close to getting pushed in. Yahoo just kind of scouting the air, finds the spy here. Warp also getting gunned down by Emilio Estevez up in the rafters right now. Credo jumps down one yet again. He gets dropped, unfortunately, but Uber comes out onto V-Clux. V-Clux is known to do a lot of damage. Yahoo and CJ actually going down as well, thanks to Kudu. And it seems that Strong Opinions are struggling yet again. Vilja getting on the card right now. He may be able to sneak this one in. Nobody's on it. Nobody's killing it. And there he goes. Strong Opinions get it.
I mean, exactly the same thing. They lose the fight, but they, you know, keep people on the cart. I mean, Strong Opinions is, you know, so experienced, so they know that they can take every single duel on offense because they have so much better respawn waves. So if you trade your scout for the opponent's scout, you'll spawn 15 seconds earlier. You will be back in the fight when he's still in spawn. Yeah. So, I mean, there is just patience from Strong Opinions.
It's insane because, like, I thought Yax Make-A-Wish is going to make it. Like, they're going to make the wish and they're going to make this one. But somehow and somewhere it just didn't, like, they were so close. There was only like less than 2 minutes left on the clock for them. They had everything going. And then it's just like, okay, we're pushing now, let's kill them all. And then just, card is unguarded. Like, there's nobody there. And then just, I think it was Toast that comes up as well. Yeah, I'm going to help you push this card. 3 times on card, it's just no time to get it pushed over the edge. And just like that, they just sneak in a cap. And it looks so promising. Yax Make-A-Wish just, they had everything going. Like, they were doing an amazing job. And just a little bit, like one mistake was all it took for Strong Opinions to take this one.
I think they're not valuating their lives on Yax Make-A-Wish. I mean, if Yosa goes in and he kills CJ and he kills 4 people and he dies, well, they're going to respawn and they're going to come into a point where a Demoman isn't defending. I mean, you saw Credit dropping down, they're trying to go for a play. It doesn't matter if he kills 3 people. If he dies, he's going to take 20 seconds to respawn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they just need to stay up, stay alive, and just deny the ground and deny the payload. They don't have to get the frags.
Now this time around, Red's team, Yax Make-A-Wish, is going to be making the first defense. Strong Opinions attacking 1-0 on this map. Peel upward in the general strand of scheme. It's 1-0 as well for Strong Opinions. Now it's basically last moment for Yax Make-A-Wish to stay in this. And let's see how they decide to take this first point defense. So this running that direct hit, doing a little bit of damage, you know, pot shots onto Proki. But he's a good sniper, and he has that jetpack, or backpack, that actually allows him to not have any, well, kickback from any damage. Yahoo jumps in with the jetpack and goes for Seeds, but Seeds pops Uber very early, cleaning up everybody, but CJ is all the way back in spawn, safe and sound with that 100 charge. They lose Joseph, but they didn't lose anybody else, so that Uber charge was not too bad. Seeds was also in a lot of trouble, so a good pop out of him, but now CJ has 100% Uber advantage, and they have all the time in the world to get this one pushed.
And no domain to defend as well. It's going to be interesting to see how hard Jax Megawish actually hold this, because if they hold too hard and commit too much and lose, they might even lose his second point.
Ooh, Emilius is getting a little bit frisky there on the rock. Fine, Deox, who are trying to stab Sec. Uber comes out of CJ, cleans out the whole sentry placement. Seeds, however, gets out with his life somehow. Pro Kikali also going down. Yahoo and Eames are the credit of that. Eames is still getting a little bit aggressive, looking for some more. Warped is low on health. He gets a sandwich, no problem at all. Seeds is still alive. He's going to have that Uber advantage, but they don't have enough players on the second point to actually get it done. There's a lot of stragglers from Strong Opinions on the second that they could clean up, but they don't know. They just got the respawn wave, and they're pushing out. Emilio's in a good spot, but so is CJ and Eames. Now the Uber comes out. They're trying to finish off CJ. Gonna jump in. Joseph, he's not known to miss those. Oh, that sticky jump just goes away, and there goes the bike. CJ goes down for the count after such a long trek, but here goes Eames, and Seeds goes down himself. Eames is like, nah, you got my medic, I'm gonna get yours, man. And no medic is on the battlefield right now as the point is getting pushed by Strong Opinions.
I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, Joseph go for a big play and he kills CJ. That's immense, but they don't have a down man for the defense now, and you have to value is this going to be worth it if you get, even if you get the frag.
And indeed, it was really worth it. I mean, he lost his life, but he got the medic, and that's way more important than losing a demo. Now Seeds and CJ about roughly the same amount of Uber charge, only 10% difference between them. Full-on push going on right now by Strong Opinions. Third point proved to be lucky by Jax Make-A-Wish. So we'll see how they decide to do this yet again. Cloudy gets a nice headshot onto the sniper, but Roki is overhealed. Adiski just surfs away, but he just walks away from the edge. What are you doing?
It looked like he was getting pushed, and he was trying to not get, try to strafe out of the push, but
yeah.
It looked funny at least.
It goes down there. Yeah, 90% on the CJ, 90% on the Seeds. Uber charge is going to get popped any second. That Warp popping that conch, getting a speed boost and some additional health. Cleaning up. CJ going down to Joseph. Some lucky Piper to a face. No more medic for Strong Opinions, which means Seeds has full Uber advantage over the blue team. He'll be able to use it at any given time, and he should right now because there's Eames, and he's really angry. He's looking for some kills. Seeds just dodging left and right, healing up everybody, just trying to dish out those heals. People are so low, they're not using that Uber charge. Carter's also quite far away. They're looking for Seeds to get him done. Just get killed, man. But Seeds stays alive, and they just pick up credit like nothing. They beat players. Jax Make-A-Wish, they have the Uber charge, just get the Uber charge gone as CJ's dead, but the Uber goes really late, only on Warp just to stop this card from happening, and there's only a scout on it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
They taunt. But they kept Seeds alive, but you saw Eames just walked forward. His medic died, but he just walked forward. He just pretend, you just have to pretend that you have more HP and that you have more teammates with you, because they got scared, they just backed off, and then at the same time Strong Opinions just pushed the card for free and got the force out, and they have Uber at into next push.
Yeah, the advantage quite a significant one as well. 30% is nothing to sniff at. They lost Vilcek and Adiski, but Joseph goes down to a nice headshot from Cloudy. Proki is on that sniper duty. He needs to kill the other sniper if they want to stay on this point. Conch goes out onto Warped, getting that speed boost, going into the enemy team. Dry Uber, no Uber for them, but the Uber comes out. CG gets it just in time to save the team. Red Uber comes out as well, late, just trying to finish off everybody that is in there. Yahoo, Eames, and Vilcek all going down right now. There's just a scrap fight going left and right. Warp is a lot of trouble. He has a black box to keep him alive. Picks up Emilio Estes with Credu. And it seems that they are all safe and sound. They've actually dropped their CJ. CJ goes down, which means Seeds has the advantage going into this next fight. And they're looking very promising. Seeds a lot of trouble now, but no, he survives just in time as Adiski goes to his sentry.
That conch again saves them. They just caught Strong Opinions way off guard. He was popping the conch very far back as well, so they probably didn't hear it as well. But they have gotten the cart up the payload and they're giving it up. I think they lost too much spam. You know, Jack going down and warped.
4 people dead, basically.
That's a nice headshot.
Well, 4 people dead for the red team, which means, you know, we can't hold this point much longer. They're going to set up in the top area, but the Disky is just still running on that direct hit. It's just such a sentry buster, that weapon. Actually, warped getting picked up there, or picking up a Disky, and Toes is getting shot by Proki as well, so nicely done there by the red team. They're picking up kills left and right and chasing down the enemy team. He's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get picked up by Warped again. Warped is doing so much work for his team right now. Uber charge goes out. They're chasing down CJ. Will they be able to get him done? No. Uber fades as CJ maintains his life. 85%. He'll be able to get this. There is the spy though. Deox is decloaking. He's looking for something. He gets the sniper. He's looking for the NG. Saps the sentry. 2 shots, 3 shots. He misses this one, but he may be able to get the sentry gun. No. Not enough, but they do get the sniper, which is a consolation prize.
He had to go for the medic there. I mean, Seeds used the Uber to push aggressively because they knew that Uber had, but they didn't get CJ. And then, it's such a strange thing to do when you are defending. I really don't see why you would do it. But you don't have to.
CJ using the Uber early, only picking up 1 kill, but they're searching for more. Seeds is still alive and has the advantage over the enemy. Deox yet again on the battlefield looking for some more kills. He will be trying to make Cloudy's life miserable. Gets a sap onto the sentry. Tries to use the gun, but he's going to get shot down himself by his counterpart, Toast. Viglock's still up there using the jetpack to stay alive. Oh, there's a dot there. Oh, better be careful. He's just kind of waiting this out. He's getting spotted by Ames, putting some pills into him, but it's a pyro. I mean, you can reflect for days, and as blue team here, Strong Opinion is taking control of this point now. We're using a little moment of distraction. Viglock pushes in, but he's not willing to really follow this one through. Cart is dangerously close to getting pushed in. Uber comes out on the red team trying to fit it out. CJ, they do! CJ goes down thanks to Joseph. Joseph picks up another one in the form of Viljack, and they're chasing the blue team yet again off the top area. Yahoo is in a lot of trouble, but no, he's not going to do anything in this engagement. And crit, CJ goes down again. What is Credit doing? He gets another. He gets a triple there.
Oh, he got through the teleporter and everyone was dead. That's unfortunate. You see, like, it can work going that aggressive, but it has to work, and you can't lose anyone. You have to do it perfectly, and you have to you kill the enemy medic if you use your Uber, and then you have to get everyone out as well. And this time it worked out, but if you do that again, you kill everyone on Strong Opinions, but you lose your own medic, or you lose your, sniper or demo, it can be crucial. Because Strong Opinions is going to be patient and wait for Jax Make-A-Wish to get too aggressive and make a mistake.
Jax Make-A-Team actually making a big comeback on that pick of Strong Opinions in the form of Peel Upward. CJ has 60%, 100% onto Seeds. Quite aggressive play there by Joseph. Actually picks up memes. 8k streak onto the demo man for the red side. He's just seeing CJ put some nice damage onto him, and he's actually putting some more damage onto Milio Estevez, who almost goes down. He still is alive though. And Joseph is doing so much more. He finally picked up, he finally awakened from his slumber. He's awakened his skills, and he's doing so much work for his team. That point has been going on for at least 4 minutes now. And look at this, Eames is just having so much trouble out of Yak, out of Joseph, that he's just not willing to even push into this. Seeds has 100%, so does CJ, and it's all in the court of CJ to actually get this done. Oh, a little bit of trouble from the spy onto the red Calais engineer, but well, he gets cleaned up just like that, and now, well, looking very, very good for Jax Make-A-Wish.
It does, but at the same time, Jack died to Vildiak, which means that they have their own moment to deny that door, so Opinions can take top here, and they can just muscle their way in, get their sniper in a good position, and control their own high ground.
Yeah, here's CJ actually popping both Ubers left and right. And red team are losing players as well. The card is dangerously close to getting pushed in. Oh, you CJ in a lot of trouble. He eats that sandwich there. Oh, and Deox getting bottled in the face. No more spy shenanigans for you. Oh, and then Feetlox just jumps into a pit. Pit is so dangerously close. This card, Seeds just going on the card as well, trying to save this. Kuno is the last one who can do it. And now it's Broky's turn to sacrifice himself for the card, but that is not it, as it's 9 minutes and 34 seconds when push time for Strong Opinions. A long time, surprisingly enough. Strong Opinions struggling this time.
Yeah, and they had a similar time on the first round as well. Maybe they're getting caught up by the aggression from Jax Mega. I think they know that Jax Make-A-Wish are going to play very aggressively and try to utilize their individual skill.
Yeah.
And that's why they're playing passive, and I think they are aware that they have a slow time, but they know they can completely deny them on the defense.
Well, it's a 1-1. Actually, yeah, we're going the second round of this game. I was a little bit confused about what's going on, but yeah, it's all in the ballpark of Jax Make-A-Wish. This is the last moment they can actually do something against Strong Opinions. They'll be attacking this time. They have a time of 9 minutes and 33 seconds to beat. What do you think? What's going to happen?
Well, they need to be... I mean, the aggression has been, what's, led them forward. And it said, what they've been doing good is when they are aggressive, but it's also what's, biting them in the neck. So they need to maybe control that and find some balance where they go aggressive, all of them together, and then not overstaying the welcome and trying to, come back and, regroup.
Fair point, and Joseph is going quite aggressively, charging up some sticky trap. Oh, he gets some more damage, splash damage on the enemy team, but it's not enough to actually get any serious damage done. Cloudy scoped in, looking for some popping heads. Joseph getting some damage onto himself, but he's gonna go out and about his life. Deox, Calais, Proki getting picked up from the spawn wave as the card is slowly getting pushed. Actually, Predator doing a good job with those pistols, still pushing the card as far as they can. Vehicles as well. They're going to be able to pick up Viljack though for their trouble. Now Emilius is getting quite aggressive, picking up V-Clocks instead. Just 1-for-1 again, tit for tat. Standard first point push as a blue team is currently pushing out. Oh, they lose Credu in that push, and now Seed's getting so much spam onto him. They may need to just push with what they have, but they lost Calais as well, and Joseph is the only person who can do something about the situation. He's reuniting with his medic. Seeds is still way in the open. He still doesn't have full HP, and he's still on 100% Uber charge. That's so dangerous, and there he goes. I mean, we're just waiting for this to happen. Clody picks him up.
I mean, when you lose your heavy, you lose your pyro, and you lose your demo, you just like go back to spawn and buff them up, and then you just start over. But they just got caught in no man's land, waiting for those respawns to come in. But while they're waiting for respawns, more people died, and they just stood there.
Now, what can you do is, pick up Soldier. That's for starters by Proki. Oh, what a headshot there by Cloudy. Snapshot, really. And another one on Warp, and he's still looking for more Seeds in the open. Will Cloudy be able to spot him? He gets another headshot, but it's not enough to get a kill. He's doing so much damage. Cloudy's popping up. Oh, and finally body shot by Proki. He just shuts him down, opening up so much space for the team to push in. They'll be looking for the engineer pick. Joseph going from behind. They'll be able to clean his house completely with a nice sweep. Eames is in a good position. They found the medic somewhere in there, but they are not aware of that side flank that is happening right now. Spy's also on the sentry. Warp is using the direct hit. There's just so much going. No, Dios gets picked, but Sek goes, not before Sek goes down. That's no more sentry gun. Uber comes out of the red team, but look at his Siege has his Uber. He'll be able to pop this one. They'll be chasing CJ off. Will they be able to get him? No, CJ actually getting away from the situation. He barely though, but they get the first point.
But CD dies the pipe to Jack, who's following it up. I mean, they should have used that Uber to just run out. It was run out, but they're trying to get the force. I mean, if they just gotten out, I think it might have been defendable. Now they're just going to have to give up second and hold on third.
Very, very good there for Jax Make-A-Wish. They've wasted a little bit of time on the first point, but they are in a stable situation right now. Seeds is on 50%, 0% on CJ. That's a good advantage to work with. Brokey scoped in already. Looking for some heads. There's a lot of damage. Deox misses a stab, but that's okay. He's still alive. He still can cause some damage. Siege in a good position. Oh, the sentry goes down. Ooh, huge bomb by Adiski looking for something. He finds Siege though.
Oh, that's massive. Now they actually might consider blocking this, but they're losing a lot of players now, and Siege goes down.
Ooh, V-Clocks is just... It's so funny to see. You use your own medic, and it's kind of like all your barriers just go down. And you just go forward. It's like, I want blood, and I want the other medic dead as well. And that's usually where you get the other medic. It's like when one medic goes down, it's kind of like my automatic response is just as a medic as well. It's just, oh no, I have to get out because all those people will be coming after me. And this is what's happening. Make-A-Wish are doing an amazing progress so far. Already capped the second point. 6 minutes to go. They're already on third. Joseph is just spamming the sentry, doing so much damage. He's just, look how many blue players are on the point without the card even being close. They pick up Adiski, they pick up Viljack. Now they're still on it. They're still trying to clean up the space. Seeds is in a very good position, covered by this whole track area. Oh, what a headshot there on the Pyro, but he's still alive. Cloudy's doing so much work as well. Proki's a good spot in the shit house, as some would say. And Emilio Esteve is in a lot of trouble, but oh, it's so close for the... That's just so dangerous for the red team. Emilio Esteve just picking up heads left and right, getting finished off. by Kuno. Now Kuno just chasing more players. Viljack is on his mark, and he gets him as well. Card's so close. Yaks Make-A-Wish just making so much progress so quickly.
I think it was poor positioning on the payload, but Yaks Make-A-Wish are forcing a lot of scrappy 1v1s and, you know, fights that shouldn't really happen, because they know that, you know, individually, in a 1v1, they can win, but in a team fight, they might not be as strong.
Cheeky play by Viklogs going in after CJ, but he just gets destroyed there by Eames. Eames is going on the card from behind. That's not what they're expecting. Filling up the house. Look at this. This is a complete turnaround. The Seeds is still alive, though. And he's kind of kicking around. Toast is just trying to clean the card from the engineer. Kali finally getting picked up, but not before Disky, Cloudy, and Yahoo all go down. Siege is not in trouble, get picked up by Joseph. Joseph, amazing play. Not before as well, just getting picked up himself. But they get the medic, and that's what's most important. Siege also went down somewhere in the background. And look how close the card is.
It is. It's just one push, and you know, as we've seen, they don't even have to win the push. They just need to, you know, distract with a fail push. But we can see as well, Sek is running the mini sentry just to, you know, get some sort of hold, because they can't really get a proper hold up now because it just scrappy fights all over. So, you know, they're trying to adapt and just get as much damage as possible out on the field.
It has allowed Strong Opinions to rebuild their defense, and well, look how protected this card is, and that's kind of sad to see, but Yaks Make-A-Wish still have a lot of time to work with. Cloudy is scoping in, looking for him at a catch. There was a passing, and the passing Seeds was there. Oh, he gets a body onto him, 50 HP. He needs a sandwich, some kind of heal, anybody. Please give this man a sandwich. As Kunu goes up here, just tries to, well, just scout out the area as scouts do. Uber comes out very early, but Disky goes behind. If you're looking for some stragglers behind his Uber, he'll be able to cap this point easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, but here Seeds is a lot of trouble, puts an arrow into Emilio. Emilio just walking away, but I mean, you're not gonna get away, man. Oh, CJ is in the open. Kunu has him in his sights, chasing him down. So close. CJ was literally just hanging on by a thread, but he hits that locker and he survives this one. That was very close. This could have been the game.
I mean, that was like 2 pellets away, and they're still getting fresh. They got the sentry, and they got the sniper and the pyro, and they're putting pressure on the spawn. They can't even get out. They need to keep ×3 on the payload, but no one is pushing the payload because Toast is blocking that cart.
DJ now popping the Uber charge. Well, using it kind of to save the team as well. Disky there dropped somewhere in there. C's actually staying alive, has a 50% Uber advantage, and is sitting. Oh no! Scratch that! Cloudy picks Seeds. Seeds down. No more medic. 30% advantage on to CJ, and they actually may be able. What will actually save Strong Opinions. They're losing players left and right, but I have been disconnected. Whoopa.
So it could have been very promising. A Toast 6 kill streak. He's just killing people on the payload. They're all looking at the spawn, trying to, you know, avoid sniper sight lines and spam, but they're getting stabbed and stabbed and stabbed. You saw that when Kuno almost got the CJ frag. While he was doing that, no one was pushing the cart.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like Yaks Make-A-Wish just put Kuno on the card duty, but nobody else. And when Kuno's busy, nobody's pushing the card. Card is, though, dangerously close. Toast is kind of scouting the area. A lot of blue players in those windows. Ooh, he's kind of waiting for a good opportunity to strike. Nobody's really spy checking. He'll just decloak it, just like that. There he goes. Warp. We've seen it coming. Toast on the 7K streak. He's gonna get the heavy as well. And the Devil just gets a shift into a face, but he's still alive. Toast getting away from the situation. He's gonna survive this one. Oh, he gets another here again. Toast on last point is unstoppable.
And he's just, I think they're just a bit chaotic. They're running up and down. They're running their payload. They're trying the nice spawn. And maybe, you know, you have to catch him in the act, otherwise you can't find him afterwards.
Oh, Viglok's going behind, so close of pushing CJ into the pit. The pit demands its blood, and he's controlling them so well. It's prime time to get this card pushed, but where are people? They are dead is what they are. Seeds is low on health, but he has that about equal Uber advantage or Uber exchange with CJ right now, and they're kind of exchanging positions left and right, up and down. Nobody is winning this one. 50 seconds left on the clock for Yaks Make-A-Wish to get this one done. It's so close into this, falling into the pit. they have to kind of stick some people on the card itself, which means it's prime time for Joseph and Warp to get so much damage onto them. They're moving into those windows areas, getting a lot of heals from Seed. Seed's on 75%, 60% on CJ. CJ is building much slower. Credo's using the Fist of Steel to push his way through, just inching their way forward. 25 seconds to go. So much damage on the card. They're picking up Kale. Kuno needs to stay alive at this point. He needs to be the one who pushes the cart while everybody's busy building that sentry gun. Oh, there's so much damage. Here comes the Pyro Beagle's gonna get it pushed. And there he goes! Yaks make a wish. Win the game. This one 1-1 between Strong Opinions and Yaks make a wish.
I mean, I think that was down just to the positioning of Strong Opinions, because they were playing far back on the balcony because they're protected there, but then they have to put out so much damage. They can't physically contest the point. They have to just kill them, but if Eames can't put enough damage, they need more damage. And they were running a mini sentry, and it wasn't not doing enough.
So apparently, apparently this map is over. We're just getting some information from the production booth. We're still waiting for some more information, but yeah, this game. I mean, Yaks Mega Wish. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. There are cracks in Strong Opinions defense. There are some tidbits that they need to work out, and they're not the unstoppable behemoth that everybody thinks they are. There are, like, Yaks Make a Wish, you know, playing, it's just kind of, Strong Opinions take Steel, which was a map pick of Yaks Make a Wish, and then Yaks Make a Wish actually equalize with Strong Opinions. They're still in this. If they win one more point, they go to the third map, which is Badwater, yet another payload map. If they keep playing like this, I mean, we might see an upset out of Strong Opinions. I'm so excited. And welcome back, everybody, to Highlander Copenhagen Games 2019 edition. My name is Jake, this is Seal, and we'll be bringing you the rest of the action coming on between Strong Opinions and Yaks Make-A-Wish. To recap what happened just now, Yaks Make-A-Wish picked up CP Steel. They lost that one to Strong Opinions. Then Strong Opinions picked up Peel Upward, and now they're equal, 1-1, head-to-head on Peel Upward. It could be it this time. This round is all it takes. Or we can go all the way to the third map of today, which might be Badwater.
Right, and you know, if Strong Opinions win this round, they will, you know, go straight to the final, the upper bracket final. After this.
Yeah, and they'll not be out yet in the lower bracket, but the game is started now. All teams are ready to go. Here we can see that Strong Opinions are in the red, and they'll be defending first with Yaks Make a Wish, or well, we'll be attacking here. Early stand on hold. I mean, Sex is not really doing much in terms of imagination or innovation. Putting a sentry spot in the usual spot. Not much else happening. Probably both teams will be having soldiers running direct hits, as this is the designated sentry buster weapon. 30 seconds to go. I mean, predictions for what is going to go on this map. How do you think that Make-A-Wish will play this round?
Well, they should do what they have been doing, because it's been working. I mean, Strong Opinions been trying to counter what Yaks Make-A-Wish are doing. You know, they've been reacting instead of being active. Instead of Strong Opinions taking the ball to their court, they're just doing, you know, they see what the Yaks Make-A-Wish are doing, trying to figure out, because they haven't been playing them, you know, online, so they don't know really all the strats.
Joseph, though, he's on the sticky jumper. He's thinking of something crazy, and he's gonna do it! Jumps up with the Iron Bomber, goes all the way behind. He fights one pin onto the two-pin solo. CJ almost going down to this one, but he sees Joseph before he managed to get him down. Actually gets shot himself, but that was crazy play by Yak. We haven't seen this one tournament yet, and it's worked out almost perfectly well.
Let's see if they can maybe get a better coordinated suicide round here.
Oh yeah, Joseph going again. He's looking for one, round two. Oh, he's gonna get pushed down and killed off by Yahoo, just like that. This time around, they're ready for the Strong Opinions, and they're not gonna fall for the same trick again. And Yahoo, by checking the in a lot of trouble, gonna get picked up by Sek with that rescue ranger. Eames putting on sticky traps, and 2 waves of respawns, and no avail right now. It's just Joseph switching to a regular sticky launcher. They're getting ready to push into this.
Let's see if they can actually get some advantage into the suicide wave. They're getting a disc, but they're gonna need something big. They're gonna need a force or a demo, maybe even a sniper.
Ooh! Cloudy, stop this madness right now. 4 kills, 5 kills. for him, and he's still looking for more. He sees the heavy is in there behind the rock. He's waiting for him patiently, but they get pot shot at the scout, but he's fine, and there comes the fistless stealer, so you're not going to get that heavy anytime soon. Now the Uber is getting ready to be popped, and there he goes onto Joseph, trying to get as much ground as possible, putting some sticks onto CJ, but CJ pops instead. Sentry's a lot of trouble as well, but the rockets are being reflected there by the Pyro Yahoo doing a good job, and Joseph goes off of a cliff by Emilio, just pushing in with the power of bullets. As Seed still stays alive, has a slight Uber advantage thanks to an earlier pop, but at that point seems impenetrable so far. Disky goes high, and goes crashing down because gravity is a crew mystery.
They've lost games as well, so they might even consider leaving. Yeah, they are leaving this point, which is a smart thing to do. I mean, I think they all started with, they got Eames and then they got the Sentry, so there's not much, cover close quarters for some opinions in defense.
Warp getting so aggressive that direct hits. Actually, those rockets are so fast, it's difficult to dodge them. They actually pick up Emilio thanks to Deox. No more heavy weapons down the battlefield, which means it will be difficult. They're going to tank some more damage. Cloudy picks up a nice headshot onto somebody there. I don't even know who that was. Adiski just goes flying and he crashes again. And now Joseph, as the Uber charge goes in, tries to get CJ. CJ counterpumps. He has nobody to follow up with, though. Everybody died. There's only a scout. There's one Uber versus one Uber. Who will be more patient? CJ's in a lot of trouble. Picks up a health pack on the way out. It looks like he'll be able to survive the seed another day. While Seeds, well, takes the end of Viljack's boomstick.
Yeah, they just... He was like, well, Viljack, I'm gonna leave you. Do what you do. And then he just frags him. And that snipe from Cloudy earlier, like you could see him, he was looking at the heavy and he was like, nah, I'm gonna go for a soldier, and then he sees just a pixel of the sniper in the corner and he's so fast reaction time.
Pitch point perfect on this land setting. One thing he worked with, now CJ has 50%, only 10 onto speed, building quite fast is the red medic. Deox in a good position, prime position, to actually get a drop on the sentry gun, but he's waiting for the team to reunite with him. They're actually very slow in the rollout, walking on the lower tower with Fredu, and it seems he doesn't have his supercharge yet. CJ almost has his. Deox now knows where the medic is. Also, Joseph putting a nice sticky onto CJ. They want to make him pop, but CJ still doesn't have his supercharge, so there's nothing to pop just yet. He gets health back. His Steves is sitting on the car, trying to say CJ's in the open, wide open for him. He broke, he's on the prowl, and he just walks on in there to save his heavy. And eventually, the Emilio goes down, and Kale getting sniped by Cloudy. That aggression coming out of the blue team is being stopped yet again, and there goes Joseph as well, which means they'll have to wait for the demo to respawn. Meme's getting really aggressive, picks up so much damage, and he's getting spammed out. That was an aggressive play and might have worked out. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out on Makes a Wish.
He saw Seeds in there, tried to go for the med pick.
Fredu doing so much damage, picks up the engineer, picks up the sentry, the medic is flashing, so he turns his sights to Emilio Esteves with Kunu to boot. Still doing so much damage. What a great play by the heavy.
I mean, that's where you get the money for the credu heavy, where he just smash it up.
Joseph, they're picking up CJ somewhere on the back line. I don't know what's happened, but Joseph is just playing that super hyper-aggressive demo. Is like leaving his own team behind to do a lot of damage up front, and well, he gets the job done so far, so nothing to complain about. That gives Seeds a massive 70% Uber advantage. As CJ just respawned, Cloudy's trying to clean up the house a little, just kind of spread out the vermin, just clean it up, but there's so many blue players around, they're pushing the card so aggressively. Broky's also scoped in, Joseph doing so much work denying ground, and Broky getting picked up by Cloudy, 7th kill on his sniper rifle. Viljack's also doing so much work, but is it enough to stop them? I mean, Seeds has 100%.
I mean, they're blocking the court at least, so they got the flanks, and they got the force out early.
Oh, and Joseph just gets deflashed in the last second as Cloudy picks up his 8th kill in this current life of his, which gives CJ a massive Uber advantage, but the card is so dangerously close now to the 3rd point. It might be a good time to just get into CJ's drill and shot him if it's possible. They're losing players left and right, though. Deox, Kunu both going down. They're picking up Kali on the backhand, and Warp is behind, but Sek with that Rescue Ranger. That's not the first, not the second kill we've seen with that weapon today.
He's lethal with it. He's not even just repairing. Maybe he's not even using it for repairing a sentry. He's just using it for the frag.
I mean, it's a weapon, all right, and you can pin people to a wall, which is also a nice addition to the weapon itself. But so far, a little bit of a slowdown, waiting for Gax Make a Wish to actually well, think of a strategy on this. CJ has 100% or 80% on Seeds. So what can happen? Seeds is low in health. Oh wait, he died! He gets sniped body shot by Cloudy. Body shot, 10th kill to his name. Now it's all in the ballpark of Mako to actually get CJ just down. I mean, that's what they have to do. They're pushing everyone they have into CJ now. Vehicles going up and down by Eames. And here comes the scouts. You look at this Kuno pushing the car, getting sniped again. Cloudy is unstoppable.
I mean, this is just one of those games where he's hitting every single shot. Like, what do you do to counter this? Like, it's really hard. I mean, he's getting protected by his pyro and his heavy. He's playing with his medic, so he's constantly buffed. But this is, I mean, this is very strong strategy. You just play around your sniper if you know that he's winning the duels.
In a lot of trouble from the scout, and I think Kuno will be the one who wins this. He whips him once, but nah, man. Kuno has it in the bag, and Proki picks up Yahoo. That's a good pick, but they need to watch out for Cloudy yet again. Cloudy's lethal with that sniper rifle, as I just said. 12th kill already. He's the top scorer for his team at the moment. Oh, no, yeah, 2 kills for him. He goes for a third one, but the scout actually managed to spot him just in time. But what a save on the card by Toast. Toast is just on card duty on defense, and he's doing a stellar job on it.
I mean, they're just putting another aspect into pushing the card, you know. They have to watch out for Cloudy's headshot, and they have to watch out for the spam from Adusky and Eames. They have to watch out for Vilak flanking. And Cloud just teared him up. There's just no stopping this man.
Uber comes down on the red team. Blue team also used theirs, trying to save all the players they can. They're flashing heavily onto Adusky, trying to get some more work done, but seems that Seeds is out and about, still alive with his life. Fredu is just getting a little bit more too aggressive, half health only. DJ's also quite okay here. Warp and pushing cart with Kuno to Boo. They need to get it up the slope. This is the hardest part of pushing this cart. The sentry is still up level 3. This is low on health. He would like to jump, but he can't right now. Waiting for those heals. Cloudy's low on health, but he still survives. And he still has that sick 15 kill streak on his weapon. He's looking for one more. Cart is up the hill, pushing on the second. He can't stop it. There's nobody actually to stop body block the cart. And finally, in 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
The Swift Seeds felt a clumsy, painful death. Did someone even pressure him? I don't know what happened. Maybe he tried to get off the, you know, there's a little hole between the tracks and the cliff.
I think I know what happened. The pressure. He just walked off the cliff, but now he's just still going. You know, CJ has 100% supercharge, only 15 onto Seeds. CJ has that nice cozy spot up in there in those windows battlements. He's just respawned and now he's healing the team. Kind of a slowdown right now. You're looking for opportunities to pick up some players left and right, but it seems that Strong Opinions has this defense on point right now. Sec building a sentry gun in a casual, usual spot. I mean, looking promising for Strong Opinions. Let's see how Makes a Wish deal with this one.
They have all the tools they need Strong Opinions to hold this last. They have the positioning, they have the sentry, they have the Uber ad. They just need to not make a mistake and just, I mean, apparently just keep Cloudy alive. But their energy goes down, so that might be an opening for the Ash Make-A-Wish.
Cloudy's still alive. He's on 17 kill streak. Nobody can kill this man. He's still such a danger to everybody. Here it comes the Uber charge out of Seeds, very early one. Then again, CJ pops his quite late. Just make sure that, well, he stays up there and maintains that top spot. Seeds is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get burned down by Yahoo. Yahoo's gonna get another, and he works on the third one. He gets it. With help of Billjack, of course. He finds another as a spy. Oh, he gets it, and he's just 4 HP and a 5 kill streak for the Pyro on the side of Strong Opinions.
It also looked like, I mean, it's just one up here, and we'll see if we can actually contest this.
Yeah, even though Yahoo got so many kills there, it's just so many players on the card. It's Disky doing so much work as well, getting warped there, working onto Creator, but Creator just grabs that health back and pushes the card, eats a sandwich on the card, then goal on that man! He's still alive, he's still going for it! What is this heavy doing? Pistol still pushing the card, just go forward, go forward! There he goes! Ladies and gentlemen, finally Yaks Make-A-Wish, 10 minutes and 38 seconds is the time for them. They push into Strong Opinions. Let's see how Strong Opinions get it.
I mean, that's great use of unlocks. I mean, that Fist of Steel is kind of saved him. And that sandwich as well. I mean, that's just fully use of the entire heavy loadouts. And I thought they had a good chance because they had Eames on their spawn, just pumping out damage on the cart, and they had Adusky above the cart. But as soon as Adusky died, they just lost every, all the damage, to contest that point.
Kali just showing off, playing the guitar. Now he's zapping back with the space range. Joseph just kind of slow down, quiet time, 30 seconds before the storm. Both teams really want to win this one. It is the last point for Yak and Max Make-A-Wish to actually stay in this and go all the way to third map. Or will it be Strong Opinions? We shall see. Now, 10 minutes, 37 seconds is a long time, but can Strong Opinions actually last through this and actually get it?
I mean, both their offense or previous has been sub 10 minutes, been like 9:30-ish. So, I mean, before they have done it, but if they have read, you know, they had took that small break, and if they've been reading Strong Opinion, Max Make-A-Wish, they've made some adaptation.
Cloudy with that Huntsman, he's looking for blood, puts one arrow into, well, a wall, looks another, gets their headshot onto Proki. That man has got to be angry at this point. Another one into the heavy, but he gets shipped in the face by Deox. Deox is in a lot of trouble right now, he gets away, no, yeah, he does, actually, despite his sneaky, stabby type. So he gets out of the situation, he's still on the prowl, looking for a kill. Waiting out the situation. Card is dangerously close actually to the first point. Bilgejack has been working his butt off, just trying to get it as far as he can. Now the blue team is getting ready to push. Uber comes out, pushing in hard. Take down the sentry gun with the direct hit. Now the counter pop goes out as well, trying to flush out the enemies, chasing down. Oh, Seeds is in a lot of trouble here. Cloudy picks up Proki just right next to him. Seeds is in a lot of trouble now. Emilio Estevez picks him up too. Actually, no, he's going to take Estevez, but he goes down to Eames, who was the one who jumped up and down, getting the medic killed. And that means there's only 2 people alive for Yak's Make-A-Wish team. They will not be able to hold the second part, surely.
No, it just looks very tough. And, you know, to sort everything out, the first frag was from Yahoo, got a reflect pipe onto Joseph. That meant that everyone in Strong Opinions could walk forward on the first point, uncontested. And if I recall correctly, when you and I were casting the grand final of UGC, Cloudy was running the Huntsman as well on offense, on payload.
It worked out. It's just such a strange unlock. You never expected, and it gets a headshot very easily. Now the blue team is trying to push in, but it seems that Yak's Make-A-Wish only using Joseph, which is actually their most important ingredient to this hold. Are kind of crumbling under pressure. They still keep Seeds alive, but CJ has that full Uber advantage and will be able to kind of survive. They're moving on to the third point already. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go and pushed all the way to last. It's a lot of time to work with for Strong Opinions. Proki scoped in. Now it's his time to shine. He needs to outscore Cloudy as he's been absolutely massive on the last round. And, well, it's a lot of pressure on the shoulders of one sniper main.
Indeed it is, and this was the strong point of Yak's Make-A-Wish when they won the round, so they could, you know, the third point is where they're at. This is where they will make, you know, most of the time back.
Uber exchange coming off right now, CJ popping his first, now he's getting away from the situation. Using that distraction is Bilgejack, who's pushing the cards quietly and silently, trying not to be seen. Nice spikes going onto it, actually gets CJ there with an off-pipe, just lobbing it above the point. And the card, but Bilgejack is still working hard at the card being pushed, which actually may be able to, well, save Strong Opinions a little bit more. 50% Uber advantage over on the side of Yak's Make-A-Wish.
But they don't have a Demoman alive now, because Joseph died for that frag, and now they're gonna repush. They know that Seeds doesn't have Uber, so it's an even situation, even though... Well, there you go.
Let's just scratch that
Never
off the
mind
list.
what I said.
Never mind, you just said everything. Caster's Curse as CJ goes down, yet another pick on him. Seeds is still alive. Oh, Credu going absolutely huge. He picks up another 2 people to his 3 kill streak, and he's gonna have a lunch as a commemoration of this amazing feat. Seeds still alive, has full Uber advantage, and CJ, well, basically what you can do in this situation is, I mean, what can you do? You just have to kind of wait for the Uber to build up. There's nothing else you can do. There's a full, maybe throw 1-2 people up.
They have been, Cloudy's playing really good, so maybe they just need to set up Cloudy and play a bit more passive. I mean, they get caught off guard by the heavy in there, but they shouldn't be, because that's usually where a heavy plays on this point. I mean, Emilio plays it on their defense, so they definitely should know.
Oh, Credu getting so much damage onto Eames, actually picks him up, and he's gonna get picked up himself, juggled up in the air. Now Odysseus working on the cart, nobody's cleaning him up, just kind of pushing it slightly up the edge, but it's the hardest part of this one. Whoa, Uber comes out of the Seeds, kind of trying to save the team, I believe. Cloudy was there in the open, just looking for some kills, but gets cleaned up there by Kunu. And now, with that Uber disadvantage, it's going to be difficult for them to hold this third point, but let's see what they exactly do.
I mean, they did have respawn, so they were just trying to hold ground, but that Uber ad was the only thing they did have. Now, things are going to look rough.
Yeah, they're losing Joseph, and there's no Uber charge to protect themselves. It's going to be difficult, but they drop Eames in the mid-Uber. That's a mistake on the side of CJ, but they'll be able to capture this third point nevertheless. 6 minutes to go on their side. A lot of time to push into last. A long respawn time for the defenders. It really could be anybody's game. I mean, Strong Opinions have been holding the last for a long time. Kredu just getting destroyed there. And there's only Joseph and Seeds up in the windows. They have the Uber charge ready. They may be able to even aggressively push into the enemy team, which they might actually decide to do. They don't know where the medic is. They probably were early. Eames getting caught off guard. There's a lot of kills being exchanged. CJ goes down to Warped, and then Eames getting picked up as well. Chasing up after the blue players is the red team. And the Axe Make-A-Wish will be able to make a stand out of this and still come out on top.
I mean, they did everything right, but they didn't count the Ubers properly, so they just walked into an Uber ad. Like, it was just Jack and Seeds, but that's enough. It's those close corridors that, you know, you have nowhere to escape once the Uber.
Jack just kind of peeking through, going behind. There's a lot of players down there. They're pushing in as a strong four, Strong Opinions moving in. That's not only Opinions that they're strong, but the team as well. Viklok's just trying to push them away. Low on health. He's gonna get back to his safety after doing a lot of damage. Teams now just being a little bit frisky, putting a lot of damage into the heavy weapons guy. Moving forward, they don't have the Uber charge yet, as Seeds is still available, well, still ahead of the curve. CJ is just in such a dangerous spot. If he gets spotted out by Joseph, that's the end of him. He comes behind, and this key puts a rocket into Seeds, but he survives. Uber comes out though, and he counter pop as well from the blue side. Oh, try to go for Eames there. Nice play by Kredu, but that is unfortunate for the heavy weapons guy. Joseph also getting picked up. I mean, Joseph has been pretty much non-existent. He's been being deleted off the ground over and over again. Now it looks dangerous. Medic flies off, goes down there. See Swift here, just getting picked up by Cloudy, and well,
that is it. I mean, they didn't have 5 minutes to push loss. It felt more like a question of when. And Strong Opinions knew, like, they only had to take they wanted to take the high ground there, and they just had to keep on sacking, you know, bodies in to see, you know, if they trade, you know, a Pyro for Pyro, that's fine, because their Pyro's gonna be there faster.
What a game that was. Game and a half. I mean, Strong Opinions getting a little bit stressed. I mean, the Axe Make-A-Wish, putting a dent at them, but getting 1 point is pretty huge. But thankfully, you know, they thank themselves now that, well, they regained, like, their confidence, their strength, and actually pushed it in a very fast time. I mean, the Axe Make-A-Wish really struggled on the third and last point in the last previous round when they're attacking. And I think that was the reason why Strong Opinions are like, okay, we got this now. That was the moment where they decided, okay, yeah, they cannot do this anymore. We will win this in a fast manner.
I believe the Strong Opinions just kind of, you know, adapted to what Jack's Make-A-Wish, you know, what they were doing right, and they tried to deny that. And I mean, you saw Kredu got a lot of free space, but they were giving him a lot of space because they weren't, you know, expecting him to perform as well as, you know, other players on the team.
Yeah, and we'll slowly be getting to another game, actually. This time it's going to be Strong Opinions versus Kitty's Backend Bardami. We've seen them play a couple of times. They slowly are turning out to be the dark horse of the competition, as we're going to be moving into the game one between those teams. Strong Opinions just finished their game, and they're moving on the other. That's going to be pretty difficult, but at the same time, you're in a LAN setting. That's all you do the entire day, so that's to be expected that you have to play all the time. Kitty also coming out victorious from their last game, so we'll see how it goes. But for now, I believe we'll take a very, very short break, see what's going on, so don't go anywhere. Well, see you guys soon. My name is Jake. This is my best pal, Seal, and thank you very much for watching.